Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jump Up Supercast. I'm your host, Mina, and joining me today is Brandon.
Meow.
And Ills.
Can't believe PC gamers can finally get Kingdom Hearts.
True, wow, spoilers. We don't even get to, we're not even there yet.
The roller coaster of diarrhea is coming to you.
So, let's just talk about it then, you know? Get right into it. So, Kingdom Hearts is coming to PC. And not just Kingdom Hearts 3, but Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 3, and everything. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory.
Yeah.
So, basically everything. Or literally everything.
Actually everything.
Yeah. So, PC is caught up to PlayStation and even Xbox now, right? I think Xbox has all those games too.
It does. Yeah.
The master race rises again.
But there's a little bit of a twist. I guess not really a twist anymore. When you find out a game's coming to PC, I think the next question is it Epic Game Store exclusive? And yes, it is. So Epic had a Epic Game Store showcase, and this was their big announcement. And this was the only one where they weren't as clear, where the other ones it was like, okay, those are 1 year exclusives. This one, we don't actually know for sure. We can kind of assume it's 1 year because almost everything, unless explicitly stated otherwise, has been 1 year exclusivity period.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you that for sure. But yeah, what do you think?
Grab the Tylenol, I guess.
Well, I think from what I've seen, the thing people are most excited about is the modding possibilities now with Kingdom Hearts.
True. You know, I
PC.
hadn't even considered that, but that's gonna be Here's the thing though, Kingdom Hearts is so outlandish already that, like, you know, mods, is it really gonna change that much, you know?
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel like you're just playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, you don't even know what's the difference. I'm glad it's coming to PC though, because, you know, obviously the franchise history up until this generation has been all over the place in terms of platforms, right?
Yeah.
PS4 finally made it so you could play everything in one place, and then as of last year, Xbox also caught up, right? Even though they got 3 first, but then now it's like, okay, now they're all there. And now they're putting on PC. And I think PC is especially nice because it's like, you know, who knows if future PlayStation, Xbox consoles will be backwards compatible, right? There's never a guarantee, right? Mm-hmm. But on PC, we know it'll be compatible till the end of time, you know? So
yeah,
that I think I always think for, like, I don't know, preservation wise, or at least, you know, just being able to play it on modern hardware, quote unquote. I guess I think it's always nice that something shows up on PC because it kind of cemented itself as being around forever. Then
you mean until the Epic Game Store fails and crashes and burns?
And, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then all our graphics cards explode.
Yeah,
and Nintendo is the only ones left. You know.
Yep. And guess what? Kingdom Hearts is not on. You know.
Yeah, it's not on the Switch.
You can play Memory of Melody.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that one.
Is it Melody of Memory or Memory?
I don't know.
Okay. Either way, it doesn't make that much sense.
It's Melody of Memory. I was right.
Okay.
All right. Melody of Memory. And I guess I should mention the other kind of controversial part about this port besides being on the Epic Game Store. This seems pretty freaking expensive. So, off the top of my head, I might get some of these prices wrong, but it's at least no more than $10 off of what I say. But I believe the 1.5, 2.5 package is $50.
Correct.
3 with, or 2.8, I should say, is, I think, $60.
It is, and that's insane.
That's the least amount of content, too, of everything.
That's insane. Yeah. That is so bad.
And then 3 plus the DLC, which was Remind, is $60.
Correct.
And then Melody of Memory is $60.
Correct. Also,
So everything is
insane.
60 except for the package of the first 2 collections.
Which has the most and the best games.
The best games, most content. I mean, they are the oldest games, to be fair, but it is funny, right? It's
Yeah.
like the cheapest one. Yeah, the people don't seem to be too happy with the pricing here. And
2.8 is very bad. This is really, really bad.
2.8 for $60 is just ridiculous. Like, at least with Kingdom Hearts 3, you could kind of rationalize it. Oh, it's a newer game, came out 2 years ago, and it's packaged with the DLC, so it's not like you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? But the 2.8, like, what? Come on.
Wow. It's surprising they went. Well, I guess it's not surprising. It's.
I mean, Square Enix pricing generally is pretty bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is in line with that.
But for context, I mean, 2.8 has Dream Drop Distance, which is a 3DS game, which is not widely regarded as a pretty bad game. It has Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, which is a fucking movie that tells the story of the phone game. And then Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, which is a fragmentary passage. I'm sorry, I didn't complete it. Which is a fucking minuscule demo of a game that came out.
It's basically the ground zeros to Kingdom Hearts 3, right?
Yeah.
But even less, like, even smaller, I think. It's not very big at all.
It's very small.
Yeah.
I played it. Like,
there's just no rationale for it being that much. Melody Memory is also a ripoff, but it's a ripoff on every console. It just came out, a couple months back, right? And it's $60 everywhere. But, yeah, it's weird. I don't, like... I mean, and, you know, to be fair, I think a lot of PC players are generally used to waiting for sales, whatever. I think by the time it gets on Steam, it'll probably be cheaper, right? And it is funny, though, like, literally that same weekend or week that they announced this port, I saw a tweet that was like, oh, Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package on PS4 for $25. And I was like...
Oh, my God.
And it gave everything up until... It didn't come with the DLC or Melody of Memory, mind you, but still, you know? Just to show you the disparity in pricing between these platforms right now. It's kind of funny.
Insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I will probably pick it up when they come to Steam and when they're cheaper. When I can get the all-in-one package on $25.
Yeah, why?
I haven't played them yet, and I haven't... I have them on PlayStation, but...
Save the memory space in your mind. Just save it. Don't do it.
I feel like... I really feel like Kingdom Hearts is something I need to experience. You know?
Save the chain of memories.
You have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, hey. Yeah, don't. If you're gonna play Kingdom Hearts, play 1 and 2, and that's it.
And Birth by Sleep.
1,
2, Birth by Sleep.
I'm gonna play them all one day. You'll see how you...
No, you don't want... I'm
gonna play them all.
You don't want to do that.
Do not play Dream Drop Distance. Don't play Coded. Don't play 358 divided by 2 days.
Coded will be a movie.
Oh, it is a movie now. Oh, that's right. Wow.
And
I played that fucking game.
358 over 2 days is a movie?
It's also a movie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I played that game too. Holy shit.
So you played them all, right?
Yeah, you sound like you have more of a problem than anybody.
I played them all but Melody of Memory. And yes, I do have a problem. It's not a labor of love. It's a labor of hate.
No, you
hate play them. Man, I saw a tweet recently that somebody was people were talking about hate binge watching TV shows, and I was like, who the fuck hate binge? Who would hate watch something? You know, like, just don't watch it.
If I'm not in 2 episodes in, I'm just like, nah.
The thing is,
people hate binge watching, but here's Ills. I understand now. I know a person. Hate plays a game.
It's that every so often they come out with a really good one. It's like 1, very, very good. 2, very, very good. Birth by Sleep, I love it. But the rest are dog shit.
Are dog shit.
And that's just the way it is. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
You never know when lightning's gonna strike.
Yeah, literally.
You have to put yourself through it.
Literally, Lightning might show up one of these days, you know?
Couldn't you, like, start playing it and say this sucks and then be done with it?
I mean, if I started it, I need to know the rest.
Gotta get to the end. Gotta see the credits, you know?
If I started it, I bought it. So I might as well finish it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm you're scaring me off a little bit, but I still want to.
Play the 3 I mentioned and leave it alone.
I'm gonna say, there is good games to be played there, but there's also hundreds of hours of shit.
That's so much content. Maybe not all good content, but so much content. Alright, well, PC players enjoy Kingdom Hearts, maybe in a year when it comes to Steam, but that's the other thing. We've talked a lot about the Epic Games for the last 2 years or however long it's been now, right? We talk about how like people who get all crazy about it are ridiculous, right? Yep. And I still think that. But I also still get annoyed at these exclusives because I do prefer buying games on Steam because they have better controller support or all my games are there, whatever. And it's like,
sure.
It is funny that it's just like, it feels like literally every major game at this point is just destined to be Epic Game Store exclusive for a year, you know? It just like, it feels like nothing ever comes to Steam first day and date anymore, it feels.
Slow on the uptake, old man.
Yeah.
Get it together, Gavin.
he's hanging out in New Zealand. You know, he's
And how does that help Steam?
It doesn't. You know, he's just hiding from COVID and having a great time. He's throwing parties over there. He's having a great time over there.
Doesn't seem like he's hiding if he's throwing parties, but okay.
Well, I mean, he's hiding from the rest of... He's on a remote island, you know? New Zealand is basically a remote island, you know?
Gotcha.
Alright, well, that's Kingdom Hearts. Well, we have other news. Other port news. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, came out PS4, Xbox One last October. In March, it's coming, so next month, it's coming to basically everything else. It's coming out PS5 and Series X and S, so it's getting a proper next-gen version. Free upgrade, by the way, which is unusual for Activision, so that's nice.
Yeah, which is nice. I did buy it on Xbox One. I bought it on the Series X, but... You
bought the Xbox One version?
It's the Xbox One version, but... Yeah, I'm gonna just wait to play it now, might as well.
Yeah, get that free upgrade. But it's also coming to Switch, and it's coming to PC. PC via Battle.net, by the way. So
very weird.
Not Epic Game Store, not Steam.
Weird, but kind of expected.
It's funny because up until this point, like, so Activision has slowly but surely been transitioning to only using Battle.net, right? But even when they were the Crash trilogy and the Spyro trilogy were on Steam, and so was Sekiro. And it seemed like only their multiplayer games really were being on Battle.net, but now it feels like everything's going to be on Battle.net now, right? From Activision. Battle.net is even more annoying to use, personally speaking, but...
Saying the words Battle.net is annoying.
Yeah. Honestly, though. So yeah, it's coming to all these consoles. It did not perform well, seemingly, on the current gen or last gen consoles, whatever you want to call them. I'm hoping that this kind of kickstarts it. I feel like in general, Crash 4 would have been better positioned as a next gen launch game. You know,
100% yes. We've said this already before, though.
Yeah, and it just it feels like I hope it's not too late. Maybe it's still because it's still in the launch window. It'll still get interest, right? We'll see. Also, Switch. I think it was just a mistake not to come to Switch because Switch owners love platformers, right?
Yeah.
I guess to talk about. Sorry, go on.
I don't know the numbers, but I'm guessing the trilogy did the best on Switch.
I actually did the best on PS4, but
okay.
It had the year exclusivity and plus
Yeah.
Plus Crash It was heavily marketed on PlayStation. But Switch came a year later and it still did really, really, really well, right? Like, I think I recall at some point it was like the second best-selling revenue-wise, the second best-selling third-party game on Switch in the United States, which is a pretty big deal, I would say. I think the trilogy is it shows up on the charts a lot, on the eShop charts. Like it's no surprise Switch owners like platformers, right? But so I should mention specifics. I should mention specifics of the ports, I guess. So the next gen versions come with your typical, what you would think, right? It's they tout no loading times, 4K, 60 FPS, blah blah blah. That makes sense. And then on Switch, the Switch port is actually kind of interesting. So it's 30 FPS seemingly, right? Which obviously another thing that makes sense. But the way they quote unquote downgraded, there was a viral tweet going around, kind of viral, on how they did the port. And it's actually kind of interesting. It seems like instead of like just bumping down the resolution and the frame rate and calling it a day like they did with the other trilogies, it seems like this game is more like it almost not necessarily rebuilt, but it the way it's shaded and everything looks very different actually. It has a more cell shaded look to it on the Switch. Obviously, there's less effects and everything, but I thought this was an interesting conversion to the Switch. That like it's almost like it's made more in mind for it in that way. And I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it looks nice. It's like it just fits, I guess, with the Switch, and you don't have to worry about. It gets like its own unique look instead of just looking like a
instead of just looking like a straight downgrade, right?
Yeah.
It obviously like looks worse overall, right? But they mask it in an interesting way, and I think that's pretty cool. It's cool to see developers come up with workarounds like that,
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I hope it does well this time.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Ills,
Crash Bandicoot will be dead forever if not.
Ills, please support it this time.
What do you mean? I already bought this game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a long time ago. What are you talking about?
I didn't know you bought it. Oh, okay.
I bought this game. I played this game already. I don't know.
Oh.
Why are
wow.
you bringing me up?
Wow, okay, well, my bad. I didn't know. Maybe I'll get the platinum this time. On PS5.
Oh God! Don't do it.
No,
I won't. The fucking God. The trophy list and the achievement list on this game is ridiculous. Like it requires both time and skill that I don't have.
And
it's such
I don't know what's
time.
worse. I don't know what would be worse. You doing that or you playing all the Kingdom Hearts?
If I had to do one, what would you prefer I do?
Do the Kingdom Hearts, man.
Yeah.
It's like, God. That's just it. At least one of them has like a story.
Yeah.
Like it's a new story. The more you're, smashing your head against a wall, at least you're getting something out of it.
Whereas Crash 4, I'm bashing my head against a wall and accomplishing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. It really is like, I like the game a lot, but geez, like the collectibles in that game are so
obnoxious.
There's too much. Obnoxious, that's the word. It is just obnoxious. There's just too much in that game.
What if you the DK64 levels?
Almost, to be honest. Like it's like the amount of times they make you play the same level over and over and over and over.
From what I've heard, it almost sounds worse. I think it might be worse.
Well, it's definitely harder. I haven't
played the game yet.
It's easier to get into. Like I think a big problem with DK64 it was like backtracking, right?
Yeah.
And that's not as much about me. And technically, I think you only have to do like 2 or 3 playthroughs. But the thing is, like, it's hard. First of all, it is hard. Some of these collectibles.
So the levels are fucking long.
And the levels are long, and because some of the collectibles involve like having like less than 3 deaths or something.
Yeah.
And good luck with that. And then the final collectible of each one is getting all the gems and not dying in one go. Which is just, I mean, I'm not. I sincerely believe I'm not skilled enough for it. It's also like, you know how in Crash you're collecting crates. You get all the crates, you get a gem, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this has happened to me more in this game than any other Crash game, where I will truly feel like I've explored the level so thoroughly, and at the end I'm missing like 2 crates, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know, like where? Because they get so cheeky with the box placement, where they'll put it like just slightly off camera or some, you know, something stupid like that, and it's just like I can't do all this. I cannot do all this. I want to, but I can't. So,
free your mind.
Yeah, I have. I might actually replay it. I'm not going to 100%, but I might replay it on PS5 just to see the improvement.
What if you do the 100% in that game and the Kingdom Hearts and time yourself to see which one takes longer?
What takes longer?
Yeah.
That would be, you know, that'd be a fun little experiment.
Would it be fun?
It'd be fun for me.
Place your bets.
Y'all are fucked.
Yeah, well.
Do it all on stream.
Yeah, maybe. I've been playing Demon Souls on stream, by the way. If you haven't been paying attention, you listen to this podcast for some reason, but you don't know, I've been streaming Demon Souls. So fun time. Wow. Bash my head against the wall. In other ways. But
did you beat the game yet?
Not yet. I've beat 4 bosses? Question mark?
What's the last boss you beat?
I beat the armored spider. Was the last thing I beat.
Is that in the mine?
Yes.
I don't remember where.
That's in the mine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first level of the mine.
Okay. Well, there's a boss in the mine that you're gonna hate. His name is Flame Lurker. So when you get to him, that's when you're gonna start having problems. Also, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I'm just like I know people who stopped playing the game because of Flame Lurker, but yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, okay, when I get to Flame Lurker, I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to have that in the back of my mind of this is, this could be where the run ends.
Maybe.
So far, so good. I really like the game, though. Like, genuinely. I think it's very good. Speaking of platformer mascots, though, Sonic the Hedgehog. He had a movie last year, if you recall. The last movie to grace cinema.
Was it?
More or less. It came out right before the pandemic really kind of hit off. And it was kind of one of the last big movies in theaters.
Yeah, one of the last big ones, yeah. So it was like last February at some point.
Well, if Sonic was the last movie in cinema, Sonic 2 will be the first to bring it back, you know? Wow. So they're making a sequel. We already know Tails is in it. Apparently from casting and stuff, Knuckles is going to show up too. This was a very well-received movie, the first one. Surprisingly so, considering how it started, if you recall.
Uh-huh.
So, it's nice that it did well, and clearly people are excited for it. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what they learned from the first one, I guess. I'm excited to see how Tails and Knuckles look. Because Sonic now looks really good, right? Somehow.
Yeah.
And so...
I liked the design a lot.
I mean,
it was surprising that they fucked it up initially, so...
Yeah. Well, you say surprise... I mean, I guess it was surprising how badly they fucked it up. But if I told you, like, a Sonic product was fucked up, would you be that shocked? You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's a movie, yeah. I mean...
Well, yeah,
and the look of Sonic himself, like, that doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know.
But, like, live action adaptations are all generally not well regarded, right?
Yeah.
And so I always felt like that was a recipe for disaster.
But I mean, Sonic is not live action. I mean, the character himself is not live action.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's still a weird, like, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of times they try to make them look like
realistic,
weirdly realistic, so that they like fit into the real world, you know. And that's what they tried, and man, it looked really bad.
Really bad. But then
I mean, I'm just excited because I don't know, if the first movie, because it's weird, right? Because you think about the first movie, and it did well, and people generally liked it, and all they did was change the redesign. They didn't change, or they redesigned it. They didn't change anything else, right?
Yeah, no, the script didn't get changed.
Yeah. All they did was change Sonic, and that's all they had to do. Because people would have fucking hated that movie if it had that Sonic, regardless of the script and the story. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, because he was just so much of a nightmare.
Yeah, and now all they did was change that, and people are like, no, it's actually pretty good. And that's all they fucking changed. And it did well in theaters, and it makes you wonder if, I wonder how much the goodwill of just them changing Sonic and the word of mouth had to do with, like, it doing so well.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because I wouldn't have gone and seen it if it looked like shit. And I went and saw it and had a good time. So, yeah, hopefully they make a better sequel in terms of at least writing, because writing wasn't bad, but it was okay. I think the humor was good. Sonic's, I can't remember the guy's name, the actor who does Sonic, but he was in Parks and Rec, John Ralphio, but he is really good. He's very good Sonic, and he brings his sense of humor to it, like Sonic. Like, he does very good, like, Sonic the Hedgehog style sense of humor.
Right. Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz, yeah. He's great, and I hope the writing is good, if not better. I want it to be better. I
now that like the goodwill, let's say, is run out, but it's like, people were happy with how Sonic looked, and and it seemed like a nice, like, the love letter to the fans. But now that you've done that already, right?
Yeah. People like Jim Carrey's performance as well as
Eggman, yeah.
Yeah.
But so I guess now that you've done that, now a sequel, you kind of have to step up your game a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so hopefully this movie will be cool. Coming out next year, by the way, 2022. So 2 years after the original release. I assume theaters will be back by then. Who's to say?
You can hope.
Yeah.
Not if I burn them all down first.
I hope Black Widow is fucking out by then.
Does that still have a release window?
Has a May 2021 theaters release right now. So we'll see.
I wonder if Sonic, because we've been seeing a lot of new releases just say fuck it and then go on streaming over the last year, right? Yeah. Obviously Wonder Woman was a big one recently. And Black Widow, I think, is gonna be Disney Plus. Like,
no,
I thought it was like the premium. Like, they have an extra option, don't they? No,
they are fighting hard to not get to that point.
Oh, interesting.
What are they fighting?
Themselves.
Everyone.
They're fighting themselves. Kevin Feige, is that how you pronounce it? Feige. He, the main guy behind the MCU. He really does not want it to go to Disney Plus. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read he's the biggest pushback, and it's like that is the last choice.
Last resort, basically.
Yeah, last resort. Yeah. So, as of right now, it's still just theaters only, which seems silly because May is not that far away.
Yeah, May is 3 months out, and more people getting vaccinated, but still, I don't think we'll be.
Not going to be over yet.
Yeah. So
they have to. I read they have to decide sometime in mid-March whether or not they're going to delay it or what this plan is. So we're going to find out soon.
Okay.
Not that that's video game related,
but I brought it up in the interesting conversation. But I would hope by the time Sonic comes out, it'll be fine. Though, I mean, I hope the world is nicer next year. But I would not mind if more movies just showed up on streaming services day one, though.
I agree. I agree with that.
It's nice to have that option. I don't, theaters.
It's nice to just want to stay home,
Yeah, exactly.
I want to take their jobs away.
Well.
Sorry.
Yeah. Convenience,
Keep their jobs.
Exactly.
That's what you're going to do.
You just wanted to burn them down. What are you talking about?
I get insurance money.
Okay.
The employees don't get it.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they do.
Maybe it's an employee-owned fucking theater. What? Have you ever thought about that? It's a fucking co-op.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I'm only burning.
I did not think about
co-ops.
that. No.
But now that I have, that's
Speaking of video game movies, we found out this week too that Jack Black is going to be Claptrap in the Borderlands movie.
I didn't even know they were doing a Borderlands movie, but so that's news to me.
Yeah.
But
I always
You
forget
didn't know
that they're
this?
doing one.
I'm sure I knew at some point, but
Okay. There's a
fades
lot
in
more
my
video
memory.
game movies that are in production, I think, than more people realize.
Yeah.
Because there's the Borderlands movie, which Jack Black's just signed on for. He's going to be Claptrap. Also, Kevin Hart is going to be Roland. So that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah. It just seems wild. But there's also the Metal Gear Solid movie that's being made. And there's a Tomb Raider 2. in
Uncharted.
production. Yeah, Uncharted movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Is The Last of Us? I know it's getting an HBO show.
Yeah, it's getting an HBO show, and I guess we could mention that, by the way. It got casting news.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal, who I guess most recently known for The Mandalorian, right? Also was on Game of Thrones. He's Joel, and Ellie is another Game of Thrones actor. I forget her name.
I don't remember it either.
She also plays she voices Hilda in Netflix's Hilda. Last of Us got casting, so it seems to be like in motion. Seems to be actually happening. The casting actually has me intrigued. I don't care about The Last of Us at all, but I like Pedro Pascal.
Why don't you care about The Last of Us?
I just don't care about it.
You care about
Also-
Kingdom Hearts for some reason.
I mean, I'm a weeb. There's your answer.
There you go. Now we know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that Metal Gear Solid movie. The guy who does Poe Dameron from Star Wars. God, I don't know why I can't think of people's names.
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac. There we go. He is
Snake.
Snake.
He is the Metal Gear itself.
I don't
He is
believe
Metal Gear.
the Metal Gear movie has been like something that like has been in the works for so long. I will
I have no hopes for it.
I will be
at all.
surprised if it ever even comes out, and if it does, if it's gonna be any good.
I have zero hopes for that movie. And speaking of video game movies that we know are coming out, the one that we haven't heard like anything on in the longest time, the Super Mario movie. Like we talked about that movie on this podcast, right? Like years
Yes.
ago, I feel like.
Yeah,
And it just we don't know anything about this movie still.
and it's supposedly next year, 2022,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, I wonder if part of that is we had murmurs back when, because we know that the Mario anniversary plans got delayed, right?
Yeah.
Because of COVID. But supposedly the Mario movie was one of the things that they were going to talk about in that anniversary event that they were going to do. Also, COVID happened, obviously, so if it got pushed back, it wouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah.
But I also think partially, though, Illumination has like 2 movies upcoming still before Mario. I don't remember what they are.
I think Sing 2 is one of them.
Thing 2 is one of them, and I think they have one more after that. And I think that one is like early 2022, so it's like, Super Mario is next. It's on the slate. We know when it's coming. So after those 2 movies, we're probably gonna hear about it then, I would assume. So
Just want to know what the fuck that movie's gonna be like.
I do too. I really want to know like how they're gonna pull it off. Like what are they?
I do too.
What's the concept for this movie? Because it's like Mario. We've not seen Mario like in a speaking role.
Yeah, I mean they've really never really done that besides that one weird like Mario Sports Mix like promotion stuff that they did, right?
Yeah, like at trade shows they'll do like Charles Martinet will do stuff, but
Yeah.
otherwise
But for the most part, like in the Mario games, Mario's more just completely silent, right? Besides just his normal wahoos and let's it go and stuff and meow, which I'm not a cat, by the way. That opening thing, that was the Super Mario 3D World just came out, by the way.
great game.
Yeah, just in case you didn't get that. But yeah, I want to know, is Mario going to have a full speaking role, or is he going to be like some like weird main character that just doesn't talk and makes grunts and woohoo and all sorts of stuff? Like, I just want to fucking know. I want to know what's going on. What is the story? You know, is Bowser the bad guy? What's going on?
Do you think Martinet is going to voice him?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to.
I think so too, but I also like it. Just I can't imagine Martinet's Mario speaking full sentences without it being grating.
It is. If you watch that Mario Sports Mix video, like it's like 15 minutes of Mario just fucking talking. It's so weird. But maybe he just doesn't talk. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I said maybe the voice direction will be in a way that it's like works
True.
with that in some way, right? And who knows? Who knows?
Not us. Not a lot of people.
So I looked it up. So Minions: The Rise of Gru is coming out in July, and then Sing 2 is coming out in December, and then after December, the next thing on Illumination's slate is Mario. So seems to be still on track for 2022 at least. So
Okay.
for whatever that's worth.
I want to see that damn movie.
Samesies. I guess Mario and Sonic will come out around the same time then. Both are slated for 2022. So.
What a year.
What a year.
The Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe is going to start.
It's in motion, you know?
Yeah. Detective Pikachu 2 as well, you know?
Surely that's happening, right?
I think it's already been greenlit, so
yeah,
yes.
That sounds right. Okay, well, that's all the news I got for you this week. But we can't end the podcast without doing our favorite thing, the list.
The list!
Follow along in the paste bin in the description below. You're going to want to do that because otherwise this is impossible to follow. So every week we add a game to the list and we rank it against every other thing we've added basically. So there's not like a best of list, but it is we're still ranking it against everything we've added before. So you know you need context. Last week what did we add?
Will's not here to look at the thing.
Well, we added Splatoon. You added it.
Oh yeah, we added Splatoon. I added Splatoon 1.
51.
And it got to number 51. So this week, Ills gets to add.
What a terrible
Ills,
time.
what you got for us?
Oh damn.
What a terrible time.
It's only us three. I have limited options. I don't remember if I played Mario Party 3 or not. So, probably can't pick that. I guess we're doing Super Mario World. Here we go.
Oh boy!
It's a big one. So, the Mario game that came out with Super Nintendo. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
The launch title.
The launch title. It was Pectin at first, right?
So?
Probably, I don't know.
I think so too. At least in North America, I don't.
Yeah, who knows what regional?
Sure.
But yeah,
I was a little baby, so.
I mean, it is the best selling game on Super Nintendo. It is the Mario platformer of the Super Nintendo.
It introduced Yoshi.
Yep.
We all know it.
And
yes,
yep,
it's a great game. What can I tell you?
I think I want to say Mario World also introduced secret exits.
If you're not counting like warp things,
this whole idea. Well, yeah, I'm not counting warp whistles or like warp zones, but like just straight up, like you go on a level and there's 2 different exits, right? And you see that in this interconnected world map, right? Like Mario 3 had the world map, and I think Mario World really fleshes it out, right?
Yes,
it is the best world map that Mario's ever seen.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
No, I
agree. Yeah.
No, I like the world map a lot.
Very charming,
and it's a great
world map is
playing game.
Charming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it looks very nice. I like the way it comes together, and it's just charming. It's a great addition to the franchise, without a doubt. I think the game plays just super well. I mean, it's fucking Mario, right? Like you know how 2D Mario plays, and this game is no exception to that.
Mm-hmm.
All the levels are super interesting. It just looks really nice. It's like, it's a Mario game. What more is there to say?
Yeah, they added some
The
new
cape, yeah.
The cape,
new gameplay mechanics. The cape,
great power up. One of the best.
yeah, and it also added the spin move that you could do.
Oh yeah, which has kind of become a staple, even in 3D Mario at this point.
Was that it?
Yeah,
that was it, right?
Yep.
Star
Road. Mm-hmm.
So having these super hard post game levels, right, really got its footing here.
Like blew your mind when you got Star Wars.
It's just
Yoshi. Yeah, it's crazy, and it's so fucking hard. Some of them. And then Yoshi, I think, is just such a great addition to.
I mean, great character, right? He's like he just fits in with Mario so well, and just as a mechanic, right? Like, I think it's fun to have separate from the power ups. You have, this they found a different way that's not just another power up, right? And it's a companion, and Yoshi takes you through that journey, and sometimes you have to sacrifice him, and it's sad, but I don't know. This game is great. Where do you want to put it?
Well, what a question.
Question indeed.
Well,
this is gonna ruffle some feathers no matter where it goes, I think.
Shit.
Yeah.
Where do you want to put it?
Oh, are you? Well,
God.
I know for a fact I think I'm the lowest of the three here. I have a lot of good things to say about my world, but I would still put it below, say, I'm thinking somewhere in between Galaxy and Odyssey is where I'm feeling, personally.
Brandon, where do you want it?
Not too crazy in terms of being low. It's pretty high.
I mean, yeah,
it's top 10.
Yeah.
So, oh man. I mean, I say it's when I think about Super Mario World, I have a lot of fond memories. I love this game. I played it back in the day. I played it on the Game Boy Advance, and I played it during my graduation on a Game Boy Micro on the Game Boy Advance. I always have that memory. I was bored out of my mind, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull out my Game Boy and play Super Mario World. I fucking love it. It's just so fun. You play it anytime, anywhere. I'll always take this game. I will put it at
number 1.
Fuck. Nah. Number. It's hard. This is so hard. This is so hard for me.
I would say, so my floor, I think, like the absolute lowest I would put it is like and I'm not saying this is where I would want to put it, but like I could see the argument for putting it below Link's Awakening at the lowest.
No.
For
me, no. I can understand.
I'm saying at the lowest.
Yeah. For me, at the lowest, my lowest point is under Odyssey, but I think, for me at least, I think Odyssey should go up. So that's a whole nother thing. And so trying to ignore that, like I would put it above Xenoblade Chronicles, and then I haven't played Shadow of the Colossus. In my the time that I have spent with Nier, I'd put it above Nier. And where I really get hung up is like number 7, Resident Evil 4, is where I start like really getting hung up on myself. Like between that or Galaxy, it's hard. It's really difficult.
I don't think I would put it below Nier. I'm thinking about it more. I think I feel best about it being right below Nier Automata. It's weird to compare because like Mario is just a 2D platformer. I don't even mean that dismissively, right? But like, and then like Nier Automata is just completely different, right? It's a 3D game. First of all, it's very story focused, which Mario is not, right? It makes you feel emotions, right? And so it's weird to compare. Mario World gameplay wise is it's just stellar, right? Again, it's Mario, right?
You know what? again because I was balancing.
I want to see the
War and
range.
Galaxy. I am okay with. I'm not completely against that.
I am opposed to that. I think Galaxy is better than World. I would veto, but I'm probably,
all over. Like I
I'm
could
not going
slot
to
this
World.
like a million different places. Like,
Yeah.
So I want to know what's everyone's highest and what's everyone's lowest, just out of curiosity.
My highest is above Dark Souls.
And your lowest?
My lowest is below Odyssey.
Okay. I think my range is between below Link's Awakening and below Galaxy. Is my personal range.
God damn. Fuck it. Let's split the difference. Let's just go below Resident Evil 4 or something like that.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting it above Nier. I wouldn't be offended. And Brandon, you were debating RE4 anyway, right?
Yeah. If it got above RE4, or if it got above Galaxy, I automatically would want it above
Dark Souls.
For me. So, but yeah, I'm okay with that number
8. Okay, I'm fine with that.
Oh, I mean,
until a re-rank comes up, we have three other people.
Of course,
that's going to be a re-rank target for someone.
I mean,
for sure.
they should have been here if they wanted.
There's no way it's not.
Somebody's going to disagree with that one. I agree.
So, surrounding it, we have number 6, Mario Galaxy, number 7, RE4, 8, Super Mario World, 9, Nier Automata, 10, Shadow of the Colossus. Xenoblade is bumped out of the top 10.
Sorry, Xenoblade. Still the best Operation Rainbow game.
I mean, that's without a doubt.
It's official now. It's official.
Yeah, official. Yeah, because we've ranked them all. So.
Although, spoiler alert, because that chronologically hasn't happened yet.
Brandon.
Whoops.
You want to do the plugs. And Ills, you want to take us out? Okay, then I guess I'll take us out.
Then you will, Mina.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello, everybody. If you enjoyed listening to the Jump Up Supercast and want to check us out on your favorite platform of your choice, we are on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. New episodes go up every single Monday. So make sure you check us out. Give us a follow, a like, a share. And also check out our other show, the Jump Up Supercast Game Club, where new episodes go up every other Thursday. And we got a new episode coming out that I kind of spoiled for you, but whatever. This Thursday, we're playing the last story. I almost said The Last of Us. I said that on the podcast, by the way. But we play The Last of Us. And then we have another game that's a Patreon game. So see, it's hard. It's hard to do. The Last of Us. It's ingrained into your brain. The last story. We played the last story. We did not play The Last of Us on the game club. What the fuck? I'm fucked up now. But we're also going to be playing a game called Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. So if you are interested in hearing us talk about that game, make sure you check us out. And if you want to support the podcast, including getting a game that we can play of your choice on the Game Club, we do have a Patreon. And $1 a month, you get the chance to choose one of the games that we play once per round. But you can also join our Discord server and talk to us about games there. And if you want to hang out and play, talk about games and watch us play games, we do have Twitch, twitch.tv/JumpUpSupercast, where, Mina, you mentioned earlier that you've been playing Demon's Souls.
Yes.
So that's been fun to watch. And if you want to watch her play that, and I've been playing, I just started playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I'm probably going to play Barkley, Shut Up, and Jam Gaiden. So just make sure you check us out. Give us a follow. You can see us, hang out. And we also have social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Stay up to date, everything Jump Up Supercast related on there. We post when the episodes go live. So make sure you just, we got a lot of options to keep up with us. So we post a lot of stuff going on. So if you want to do that, please. We would appreciate it a lot. We love you guys for listening. Go play some video games and be nice to each other. And Mina, say what you want.
Say what I want. We have another Mario game ranked. Yet another Mario game. And it's pretty high. Spoilers. I mean, surprise, you know. But it made me remember Mario Day is coming up next month. We're gonna rank every Mario platformer that's on mainline Mario platformer available on the Nintendo Switch. On Mario, I am signing us up for it. Every single one that's available on the Switch, we're gonna rank them all in one day.
Are we doing like a separate list for this?
On stream? No, we're gonna add them to the list. Each one, we're gonna throw them on all of them on the list on Mario Day. So, look forward to it.